Some ignorant and people who have absolutely no clue about the real world believe that Earth is super old, like really, really old. It's older than America. It's even older than Europe, and it could even be older than the pyramids. And some say it's even like 4.5 billion years old. Like, come on, dude. Let me tell you why Earth is actually 6,000 years old. Okay, here are some reasons. Reason number one. I think by this point we already know scientists are full of crap, right? They spend 12 years of their initial life just going to school, trying to learn things, what they want to study, and to see if they can find any passion in anything that they are looking for. Then they go to college. Next 4 years, they are sitting there trying to learn some very, very deep subjects, trying to understand a lot of topics. And then after that, they are even interested in going for their masters. They spend another couple of years trying to do some master's degree. In addition to their master's degree, they go and try to do their PhD for next 5, sometimes 7 years, trying to deeply understand a certain topic. And then they go ahead to their postdoc, become a professor, and for next 20 to 30 years, they just sit there and study this topic so deeply. And yeah, man, like, come on, get out and look at the real world. It will tell you how old the Earth really is. You do not get that in the books that you read. You know where do you get it? Here's a book. Read this. This will tell you without you having to spend so much time. I know you might have just gone deeper and deeper into this particular research subject. A lot of people might consider you an expert on this particular topic, but you need to get out and read more of this book, and then you'll get the answer. So that is why this is the alternative. It says so, you know, right here. It's 6,000 years old, man. Talking about scientists, it takes me to reason number 2. Most of the time when you hear that the Earth is like billions of years old, one of the study process is called radiometric dating. And this one basically studies the isotope of certain atoms, molecules that is found in the nature, and depending on what is available right now and their property and how fast they decay in the nature, they understand how old a particular thing that they're looking at is. And the problem with that is, it's not reliable. It has some error margin, you know. Like every scientist have said that there are error margins to things. So when they say it's like 4.5 billion years old and there is error margin, just let's focus on the keyword here, error, and the margin. So let's calculate how how that affects the actual age. So to get to 6,000 years from that 4.5 billion, I think it's like, if someone is saying that they have 2% or 1%, let me recalculate. This one says it's about 10 powered negative 8. Yeah, man, look at the margin, it could be this, or it could be inverse of this, So who do you believe? If there is an error margin, how do you believe that data? Obviously, 4.5 billion is not accurate, so it might as well be 6,000 years old. Third reason. Maybe we're like dogs, or any other household animals. For dogs, they say that every one single human years is like 7 years for dogs. So maybe it's like for Earth, 1 year is like 1,000 years for humans. Means that to get to 6,000 years, every 1 year for human needs to be 1,000 years. Let's recalculate. Actually, it looks like it needs to be somewhere around, like 1 million or a little bit more than that. But yeah, it's a concept. We learned it from dogs, so obviously we learned it. We need to relearn this to make sure that if we say Earth is 6,000 years old, it is 6,000 years old. Maybe this is one of the reasons why Earth is 6,000 years old. So let's quickly move on to reason number 4. You know what is the main reason Earth is 6,000 years old? It's because Earth was made for humans. And if we have only been around for 6,000 years, like the Bible says, how can Earth be older than that? It is made for us. Even though Earth is about 70% water, and we can't survive in water, and whatever land we have mountains and rivers and lakes where we'll certainly not survive, we'll drown naturally, and there are lots of like ice caps where we can't survive either. So realistically, maybe let's say, 15% of where we can survive, but at least that 15% is made for us. Well, yeah, there are other animals that have a lot larger population than us, and even if we die, the Earth will probably keep on surviving further than that. But right now, if you look at Earth's condition, it definitely looks like it is exactly meant for us. Just like, a puddle. When you see a puddle in the ground after a rainy day, the puddle just perfectly fits in the hole where the puddle is at. And maybe we are that puddle, like we think we fit in that puddle perfectly, and that means that hole was meant for me as a puddle. That's what humans are. The Earth is made for humans, and so yeah, it can't be older than how much humans have lived, which is about 6,000 years. This brings me to my final reason. The final reason, because this book says so. Just read the book and get enlightened. Don't live under a rock, under the shadow, and do your own research. You can do all of these things by yourself. Go to school, learn all of this stuff, spend the next 20 years or so, 30 years or so trying to become expert at this stuff and figure it out yourself. And then you'll also know, you can debunk these scientists, like I said, who are full of crap. And let's just go and do it. There is no truth to what experts say. Just follow your gut. It has worked out so well for the entirety of the human race. It is what gave us technology. It is what gave us healthcare. It's not scientists. It's not science and learning about stuff and just sitting there trying to understand a disease is how we get it cured. It's mostly going by your gut feeling. Do your own research, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Amen. And if you like my content, if you like this video, give that like button a click, subscribe, spread the word, spread the gospel, and hope I'll see you guys in my later videos. So subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and let's talk about some more stuff in the next video. See you guys later.